What's up? Welcome to it. It is the Stir Up here on 5FM with me, MsCosmo, hanging out with DJ Dimplez.
What's up? It's your boy DJ DIMP, LAZ. You know, the kid that plays that hip hop. I'm not even a kid no more. I'm a grown man.
We're gonna be chatting everything from Pop Bottles to Zeal to him being a pioneer of South African hip hop and everything else that encompasses the guy who is DJ Dimplez. Welcome to it. We're here on the Stir Up on 5FM to hang out with the one and only DJ Dimplez. What's up, Dimps?
What up, MsCosmo?
You still give me the same energy. How you doing?
That's the energy though. Came up in Soweto, from Soweto, Dimplez. Just been doing my thing since then, you know, playing hip hop. Just doing my little 5 cents worth for hip hop.
Thank you so much for coming through to the Stir Up just to hang out and chat to us about your new album. What actually made you release hip hop music? Well, your own music.
It's very addictive to, like, once you make a song and then you start seeing it grow. You know, just that feeling alone is just it's intense, and also you get to a point when you want to play your own songs.
You have named it Zeal. Can you explain to us what Zeal means or what it is? Because I don't think we understand what it is.
Look up Google Dictionary there, man. I
Really?
mean, yeah. Zeal is basically like it's about passion. It's about ambition. You know what I mean? Had an interview. This is where the name came from. I had an interview and the guy asked me, "Do you think you're a marketer?" After naming everything that I've done, your achievements and stuff, and I was like, no, actually it's not. And he's like, well, how do you explain it, you know? I was like, it's just pure passion. I enjoy doing it so much, you know? And yeah, that's where it came from and that's what happened.
You've got 20 songs on the album.
Yeah.
Why so many?
Because I couldn't get it down from 34 to anything less than 20.
Really?
There's a lot of songs, man. I had a lot of songs and I had a lot of favorites that aren't on the album, but...
So how did they make the cut, the actual 20?
I had the 5 songs from the previous, obviously from the singles dropped before, and then Amantomazani remix. I couldn't leave that out because of all the hype that was behind it. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You know. So I had to put that one on, and then it was 14 brand new songs.
Put the turn up at home. DJ Dimplez said it.
5FM, MsCosmo, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m.
With everything that you've done within the hip-hop industry, I mean, you didn't necessarily just start with the music. You've done so much else within hip-hop to bring you to where you are. I mean, the brand Pop Bottles on its own just speaks for itself. I mean, it is nominated for South African Hip Hop Award for being Promoter of the Year. Did you think Pop Bottles would be this big?
When you put in an effort into something, you're obviously trying to improve it, you know? And after 6 years, it's bound to be bigger than where it was, you know what I'm saying? But in terms of numbers, we've never been about growing numbers for the event. We've always been about growing demand, and the demand is bigger than ever right now.
But 6 years ago, did you think it would be this big? I mean, the first one was initially supposed to just be for your birthday.
No, I didn't expect that. It was a birthday party, so obviously I just named my birthday party Summit, and then people just were like, yo, you need to do that again. And rather than name it something else, I continued calling it Pop Bottles. So think of Pop Bottles as my birthday every month. We just plan to grow SA hip hop. That's the whole plan behind it. And I think we've done pretty well this year.
Do you think Pop Bottles will last for another maybe 4 to 5 years for it to hit like that 10-year?
I prefer not to think like that, you know. I prefer not to think like that because, I mean, at the end of the day, we do it 9 times a year. It's not like an annual gig. An annual gig, you only have 10 gigs to get to your 10 years. You know what I'm saying? With us, we do it all the time. There's a lot of other events coming up with cool, you know, concepts and stuff. I mean, if you get old, you get old, but you do what you do while you're doing it, you know. We always plan to grow. We never plan to go backwards. So, we are going to be there for this time.
5FM, MsCosmo, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m.
I've got some questions coming in. Someone asking, what does Yaya mean?
Yaya is anything you want it to be. It's anything addictive, anything you like, anything you want. And it's mainly a dance. Personally, for me, I always had to make that change, even in music. Like,
really?
Yeah, I had to make that.
Was it a
change.
mindset thing where you
Yeah,
had to
like,
switch
I
it up?
mean, when we obviously started making music, we were like, I want to play the song in the club. So I wanted to make a song that I could play after something like, say, or whatever. So you almost had to sound like it, but the transition had to be seamless. You know what I mean? It had to be, you won't stop dancing because it sounds local.
Yes,
You know what I
yes,
mean?
yes.
But mentally, I've just decided, no, dude, we need to make our own sound and grow it to a point when you try to play an international song in that setting, it's like, you know what I'm saying?
Five FM. MsCosmo. 10 p.m. to 1 a.m.
How do you select the artists that you work with?
That's all feeling, man. It's a gut feel, and you obviously know the artist. You've listened to the artist. You've heard what they've released, and there's certain songs like myself and Nati will always make the song first,
Yes.
then invite the artist. So we already know that the song is perfect
For that artist,
You know what I'm saying?
cool. So it's about the vibe.
Then you approach the artist, and then it's up to them if they're on or not. You know.
What do you think of how hip hop is growing for the industry? How do you think hip hop is growing for the DJs as well, and the way that the DJs are actually adapting to local hip hop?
I mean, it's growing. It's leaps and bounds. I mean, if you can get a call from a guy like Mosquito or DJ Spoon, you know, like all the guys you grew up looking up to, and those guys are like, those are the guys calling you now. You know something's big. You know what I mean? Galao is a hip hop side to it. You know what I mean? So clearly there's something we're doing right. We just need to nurture it. You know, we can't have big heads. I don't even think we're 10% of 100 where we should be. You know?
SA hip hop, where do you see us in the next 5 years?
We're gonna be the hub of Africa, and the rest of the world is gonna start looking at us now. It's got a base with that whole white element now, with the rappers, the old school guys, like they coming back again. You know what I mean? Like people are, the white guys are loving the sound, so the rest of the country is gonna jump onto it. So we're gonna have a thick base, and then everybody internationally is gonna start messing with us.
Thank you so much for spending your time with me and coming through to the Stir Up.
Thank you for listening. Thank you to everybody out there.
Wow, what an informative interview. And I had no idea that DJ Dimplez ukhuluma huh?
People have been following the movement. I want to say, if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be where we are today. We hustle hard because you guys put that pressure on us. We really appreciate your support, and man, we do it because we love it, you know. And with all your support, that's all we need to keep going. So big ups to you guys.
Nonetheless, it was so great to actually have him in studio tonight, just to speak about everything that he's been up to, the music, the ideas behind the album.
Shout out to MsCosmo for always pushing hip hop. Big ups to her, man. This show means a lot to the game. She's doing her bit. You know, I'm glad you guys keep listening to the show and keep watching these show reels. Yeah, man, big ups. Mad respect.
If anything, I think the DJs are actually adding more flavor to the hip hop street. So shout out to Dimplez and shout out to you for tuning in.